And you have been recycling, like the program's been running for a period of time now. What have you been doing prior to having the local factory being built here in Toowoomba?
Yeah, it's a really good question, because one of our key goals was never ever to allow ourselves or our members to end up in the red cycle process whereby there was warehouses of collected plastics anywhere. So we're the only company that actually went to the federal government and sought an exemption to actually export bulk bags while we were building this facility, so that we made sure there was no stockpiles anywhere of our members' bags, and they were going to be recycled somewhere. Part of that exemption process meant that we had to verify who was receiving and that they were a legitimate recycler, so it wasn't then going somewhere else and sitting in somebody else's warehouse. We were the only ones to be able to go and achieve that, and that then gave us enough confidence with our membership to say, we can keep collecting your plastic because we know that it's still going to get recycled until this facility opened its doors, and we've achieved that now. So that process of exporting will rapidly slow down.
And I think it's a real feather in your cap for the program that you have locally based facilities such as this one, because of that public knock-in confidence there's been.
Yeah.
Can you give a bit of a broad understanding as to why some of that sort of approach to recycling may have gone on, or clearly has gone on in the past?
Without going into too much detail in terms of Red Cycle, which done enormously good things in terms of it, done a great job of getting out in front and getting the messaging out to say, hey, we need to do something about that. But the challenge that they had was there was no back-end processing capability to actually handle what they'd actually gone and collected. So we went about it completely the different way around it, in making sure we would only collect what we could process. We would only collect what we could actually handle. It's forced us to be a lot slower. It's been a lot more frustrating in a lot of ways, but it was always about our members' reputation and our own reputation. So that there was none of our bags that we couldn't do. So a great example of that was prior to the recent floods in North Queensland. At the start of the year, there was more other floods up in North Queensland when Cyclone went through. We had no bags or plastic on the ground in Queensland. We'd already moved it off. So that's the flexibility with regards to making sure that you're actually part of the solution and not just sitting in the grandstands and being a shiny-bummed marketer and saying, hey, look at me, I'm doing the right thing. But unless you can actually see everything past the first two dots and keep joining the dots, you actually just create a problem for somebody else.